Hello everyone and welcome back to my pregnancy update. So today this is a bit of a rare one because it features me wearing makeup, which is always a plus. But I have got home from work and Mark and Bill have gone to take our little cat Elsa to the vets because she's not been very well, and I've been left to sort of prep dinner. Lucky me, I actually think I prefer that job because the vets always makes me feel sad. So I've got everything sorted and I thought I would quickly pop on and do this video because otherwise I'll be waiting until the weekend, and it'd be quite nice to be fairly timely because I am 31 weeks pregnant and 2 days today. So it's Thursday the, what's the date, 18th of February, and things are really flying now. I cannot believe that we are in single figures on the countdown. I remember thinking ahead to being like 30 weeks in this final countdown and like thinking of months like February and March and April, and they felt like light years away, and now I'm actually living them, and it just goes to show how quickly life goes. And it's dragged at the same time, don't get me wrong, and I certainly have not enjoyed some of the months, but it's also made me think, slow down now. I want to appreciate being a mum of one for a little bit longer. I want to appreciate our family of 3 set up and things like that, and I also hope that time doesn't fly this quickly when she's born, as I am very suspicious of it doing. But let's get into the update. So I'm going to talk about the physical symptoms first because they're kind of more obvious and we all have them, don't we? I've written some notes on my phone, so apologies if I keep looking down and things like that. So the first thing now is that she feels absolutely huge now. Her movements are regular, to the point where, like, I know that she will have a good wiggle in the morning and she will have a good wiggle around lunchtime, usually after lunch. And then in the evening she is like a little crazy little girl having a boogie on in there, and it's getting to that stage where my belly like contorts. It's not just like little like bloop bloop, it's like waves of like human moving within me, which is really strange. And Mark's been spending a lot of time like talking to her and just like feeling her move, and I get to sit back and watch that little bond form, and honestly I get tears in my eyes every single time because she is so lucky to be born to a dad like him. And it's just, you know what pregnancy hormones are like. On to like me physically, the worst symptom by far, and this is TMI, but I don't care because what's the point in doing a pregnancy vlog and then lying, but the worst thing is definitely constipation, which is not nice. I am bunged up and it is just, I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I think I have a slight suspicion what it is. I mentioned in my last vlog that I had been given some like heartburn type tablets. I think they're called omeprazole or omeprazole or something like that, and it seems to have come about after taking them, and I've worked out with taking them that I can take them every other day and not have any bad heartburn. So that's what I'm doing because I don't want to overload my body with them, and I feel like it might be linked, but I just feel so bunged up. And I know it's obviously related to her being bigger and she's pressing on everything down there, but it's not comfortable, and you know the feeling. If you've been pregnant before, you know. Don't pretend, because you know, and it's horrible. And with that, I don't know if it's just because I'm like 31 weeks or I do feel a bit bloated and horrible anyway, but I feel quite chubby now. I just feel really big, and I've loved being pregnant. Like, as hard as I found it, I'm so grateful that I have this little girl in my tummy. Like, it's quite a hard experience to go through, isn't it? Because you're damned if you do for moaning and you're damned if you don't sometimes. But it's hard, but it's worth it 100%. But I'm really getting excited now about getting my body back and just being one person in this body rather than 2. Because I miss like being flexible and jumping up off the sofa or getting out of bed without having to roll or maneuver myself or grunt, which is never attractive. So I do miss that a lot, and I am feeling big, but everybody's been really like nice and said no, you look lovely. And I know that I haven't piled the weight on like I did with Bill, but still, you know what it's like. People can be as nice as they want to be to you, but if you feel fat, you feel fat, and I feel fat, guys. I feel really fat. The new symptom this week as well has been like itchy, dry skin, and my hands in particular are starting to feel really tight, and I'm wondering if it's going to be the start of water retention, you know, when you get a little bit swelly, which I'm not looking forward to. But I have been slathering myself in moisturizer and just really taking it easy. I type like with my job, that's what I do, like I'm a writer for the most part, so I'm trying to keep my hands like comfortable and supple, and my feet sometimes feel quite similar, but it's a minor symptom. And with that, like with the dryness and the tightness and the itchiness, like I have been monitoring my belly for new stretch marks, and I've not had any new stretch marks yet, which is fine because I've got plenty. Let's not worry about them. I'm not like lacking my allocation of stretch marks, to be fair on the world. Like I've definitely got enough. But yeah, I'm glad that I've not had any more, but I know this is the period where if I'm gonna get more, these are the weeks. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I noticed last night that I have turned into a really veiny individual. I don't know if you can see on my hand, if it's going to focus, but can you see my veins starting to pop out? And that's the same on my boobs and on my belly. My boobs look a bit like breastfeeding boobs, you know, where they get like quite bulgy sometimes, and a bit like when your ducts are getting a little bit blocked up. I mean, if you've experienced that, you know what I mean. But they're very veiny, and I know that my blood volume's going up, so that's a new one, and I've got like really like manly hands now. It's great. And then finally, it's just that old devil of tiredness. I have never been so tired. I was saying to my friend Katie, who's also pregnant, she's like a week behind me, and I'm sure you know who she is if you've like followed her blog and stuff. I'll link her down below. But when I was pregnant with Bill, I was tired, don't get me wrong, but I didn't have another child to run after. I had a dog at the time, and that was so much easier, and I wasn't commuting into work. Like my door-to-door commute is about an hour, and that's it's a long time. So 2 hours a day I'm like traveling or getting from A to B, and it's really starting to drag. So yeah, like I'm just tired now, but we're getting there. Emotionally, I am good. I'm excited about spring, like daffodils for example. I saw these, I bought like 4 bunches and they were £1 each. I saw them in the shops the other day at the weekend, and I got all emotional about seeing them because they're my favourite flower. I absolutely love the colour yellow, and it just made me realise like this is it, like spring is coming, and then my daughter's coming, and it was just amazing. And I love that like feeling of hope in the air and excitement and new life. And my mum has been saying to Bill from the minute he was aware that I was pregnant and he was getting a little sister, that you know, your baby sister's gonna come when the lambs come. And my little boy is obsessed with animals, so it's such a nice like thing to think about, like when the lambs start to come, like she's gonna come, and it's exciting. What else have I written? I'm feeling like more in control now. I don't stress as much. I feel like we're getting closer to our goal, and you know, we've done Bill's bedroom and we're doing her nursery at the weekend, and like we're getting closer to our savings goal. And I just feel like accepting of the fact that like we've done a really good job doing as much as we have already, and everything else is going to be a bonus, and that's the way I've got to treat it. And I've also been a bit like that with work, because I know that like I've got 7 weeks left now. I'm finishing work when I'm 38 weeks and 3 days pregnant, which is a week less than what I did last time round. With Bill, I worked up until 3 days before my due date, and I don't know how I did that now looking back. But I feel like it's alright. You're gonna have like 9 months, and you're gonna really enjoy it, and there's gonna be hard times, and you'll probably miss human interaction, but you're gonna make the most of it, and it's gonna be fine. Whereas before I was thinking like my identity, like what if people like think I'm just like, you know, wasting my time, because people can be so judgmental. And it's like, no, I'm gonna really enjoy being a mum, and I'm not gonna apologise for it. I'm gonna absolutely love it, and I just feel like I've accepted my fate now, and I'm really actually quite excited about it. I'm really lucky. The Charlotte that was pregnant with Bill would have been like, you've got to hold on to this and you've got to appreciate this. I'm gonna have 8 weeks, and this time it's like, it's all right, old Charlotte, I've got your back. We're having 9 months, and we're going to do it right this time, and you're going to get a second chance, and that just feels great. But yeah, I'm just feeling good. Mark and I have arranged all of our leave now, so we're actually doing shared parental leave. So even though I am taking the majority of it, I'm starting on maternity leave and then we're moving on shared parental leave, which is brilliant of my work. But he's just going to have a few extra weeks off, which is, you know, what we've budgeted for, and he has holidays as well, so he's going to really be present in her life more, and I think that's really important, and I'm really happy for him. So yeah, that is everything. I'm trying to keep it a bit shorter and sweeter, but it seems to be like 10 minutes long anyway, so sorry about that. But I will show you my growing belly, which I think is really huge. and then I will see you next time. So this is my belly with this big baggy jumper on. It used to be oversized on me, and to be fair, it still is kind of, but it's definitely tipping up at the front. And then this is just with a black strappy top. And then this is the naked belly, and I feel like she's a lot lower. It's one thing I'm wondering is that I actually might go a bit early or nearer to my G date this time around, because I just feel like she's bigger, and Mark was born 2 weeks early at £8.1 I think, so I feel like there's a good chance that she might be quite big too. But I don't know, what do you think? Am I low or am I high? Let me know. But yeah, that is the belly. And one thing I really wanted to ask, if you've got this far in the video, I would love to hear second birth stories. So if you've got like 2 or more children, tell me what your birth was like the second, third, fourth time around. Was it quicker? Was it easier? Was it worse? Because I am still like quite interested to know. You know, I'm kind of nervous, I'm excited, I feel like more prepared, but at the same time I feel like I'm going in there and knowing that I'm gonna hurt, and that's quite scary too. So if you can tell me what your experiences were like, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!